Welcome back to another Look These Two broadcast, and today we have finally going back to another countdown or top 10 list, as you will. This one is an idea that came up from a comment on the YouTube page. And it's been a question I think a lot of us ask our friends or other clubmates or whatever. But the question is, which is the best catcher-pitcher duo? There's a lot of answers, and I hope to get some debate after this, after someone watches the video and kind of wonders what idea they might have, right? This is my top 10 list. My opinion isn't the standard. And again, for a lot of you guys that are new out there, most of my players, unless they're event cards or the newest cards, are 13 and higher or something like 12, 13. So I don't really, if my pitcher is not like at a high level, it's going to be pretty tough for me to use. So I don't have a lot of experience. Either way, as you right now see, Ricky and Mueller are there. They are not pitchers and catchers I use at all. And again, another little term, battery mates. Okay, so let's get on with it. Number 10, and this is just for nostalgic purposes. Now, wait. I'm getting ahead of myself. Number 10. There's a lot of catchers. There's a lot of pitchers. This list is going to get a little redundant because some of the catchers nobody uses unless they're just fucking around, right? Like how many times have I seen Tony in a lineup? Now, look at me, 615 batting average. That's when I'm fucking around with my common lineup, right? Where's the sleepy guy Edwards at? Never even got a hit with this guy, right? 0 strikes, power's pretty boring still. Not really great fielding, 215. How many times does your catcher have an error? Not much. Okay, so it'll get kind of redundant. But okay, my very favorite pitcher in this game that I've used since pretty much the beginning of time when I got him to level 13 is number 10. James is going with Jessica. Right, James and Jessica. Again, James. I used to pitch James and Murray, of course, because Murray's one of the first. What is this? Epic cards. Yeah, man. It's too early. First epic cards you get. But once Jessica got to level 13, tighten that cursor up a little bit. It really helped with the little corner placements. So there it is. Number 10, James, Jessica. All right. Number 9, staying with James there. Now, way back in the day, probably more than a year ago now, year and a half ago probably, you used to be able to hold down James's button a little bit, and you'd get a little extra MPH, right? So kilometers per hour, if you rather. But now, with that being said, you got that going with our guy, Matthew, right? Matthew adds that extra little velocity when he calls the game for you. It's a game changer. All right, that's number 9. Number 8, kind of a new setup. Pitcher that doesn't really rely too much on speed, but more about ground balls. So you got Murdoch over here with Jessica. That's your number 8 lineup right there. Now again, Murdoch's number 9, but I did get him when the bonus is going, so I actually kind of liked using him a little bit with Jessica. Really worked out pretty well. Don't need a lot of extra MPHs, just need good placement. That's a good duo. That's number 8. Next, pitcher, Riley. Almost got him to level 13, but I can't hit off him. So, good placement with that slider. Fastball combination. This is number 7. All right, number 6. Now again, Riley is essentially Randy Johnson. So you got to get those MPHs up quite a bit. Which goes now, number 6 is Riley and Matthews. Again, the pattern is there, right? The pattern is there. Now going on with the pitcher that I think everybody uses, the pitcher-catcher lineup nowadays, is that Roger Matthew. Roger adds a lot of MPHs to his repertoire, right? So that's probably right there, my number 5. Now we go to the number 4. Wait a minute. Uh-oh. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right. Actually, yep. Roger was number 5, and Matthew was number 5. All right. Next would be number 4, Jay and Matthew, right? Jay has the delivery already, that like underarm delivery, but with a little bit of extra speed, changes things up quite a bit. All right. Next, for number 3, we got the top 3. My guy Wade. All right, Wade and Jessica. Again, when you got those breaking balls and those sliders, it really is something you need to have good placement with. And a lot of good pitchers in this game had that really good deception with Wade's curveball and his slider. It makes it really tough to hit. Okay. Now also, again, the redundancy is all here. We're going back for number 2, Wade and Matthew. Again, Wade does throw a pretty decent fastball, 2-seamer, I believe, right? 2-seam fastball. And, Matthews makes it, I think what happens is when you pitch in Matthew's zone, it has that little spark. That's a little distraction as well, I think. It's tough to kind of have extra distractions. All right. That's the top 9. Who is the top pitching catcher duo, in my opinion? Some of you guys have already understand this. You're guessing right now, like, oh, I know exactly who it is. You know who it is. If you play this game long enough, you know who it is. And it is essentially a cheat code in this stupid game, especially when they get to level 13. That would be little freaking yin and yang sisters here. Now, again, Marie, I do not have a good ERA with her. Win percentage, 800. Level 13, this girl is already throwing high-level heat. But you pair her off with her sister here, Rose. She can't hit a lick. And granted, I was using her at level 9. I was using a catcher at level 8 and level 9 when she came out, pairing her with the sister. That's how devastating this team is. One, the fastball goes to that like absurd 104, but you pair that up with the straight changeup. With 5 pitches, this is the only pitcher-catcher duo that have 5 pitches. Now, again, my ERA is not great. It doesn't matter. But again, I want to hear your opinions. Send me your thoughts. Send me your ideas of your pitcher-catcher duos. Right? What do you prefer? What do you like? What do you think is better? Okay? Thanks for watching another Lefties 2 broadcast. See you next time.